Hello, this is meteorologist Brad Winter from Region Weather Live, your YouTube source for weather across the Dakotas and Minnesota. And we're just going to do a quick update today because, for one, we got a break. We finally got a couple of days where there's really nothing going to happen. So there's not much to talk about in the early part of the week. We've got another system coming sometime Wednesday night into Thursday, but there's a lot of uncertainty with it as to when it's going to come, who it's going to affect. So it's going to be really hard to really break it down anyway, so there's just not much we can talk about just yet. And so we remain in this meridional flow, and what that means is instead of the upper atmosphere basically going from west to east, it's got all these waves in it, these ridges and troughs, and it's just really a lot going on as it moves across the United States. And so we're going to have this pattern at least into the foreseeable future where we're going to have these little storms just kind of stir up and then move off, and then we'll have a couple of nice days and we'll have another little system that'll stir up once again, and that's kind of the pattern we're stuck in for now. Start off the week with this high pressure system over us that's going to keep things nice and clear and not much going on for the couple of days. We start to get this low pressure system that starts to work into the area and starts to draw up some warm air out of the south. So as we approach Tuesday and into Wednesday, kind of out ahead of this storm, we actually should see some temperatures rebound here. But of course, when you're pulling up the warm air, you're also pulling up some moisture along with that system. And so at some point here, Wednesday night going into Thursday and lingering into Friday, we've got a storm system spinning up out of the Rockies once again and affecting our region. So a couple of things with this storm system. And one is that the models right now are really not agreeing well at all as to the timing and just exactly how to handle this storm. So we've got that kind of going against us right now. And that's going to be important because it really depends on what point the moisture in the storm kind of runs through your area. Is it going to be during the day or is it going to be at night? Because right now, this time of year, if some of that precipitation falls during the day, obviously for some of you, you're looking at more rain, perhaps even all rain as this system goes through. Again, just kind of depends where you're at. But if it moves through at night, you got a little better chance of it being snow or all snow. So that's really where we're kind of teeter-tottering with these models and figuring out exactly how this is going to play out. So for now, we're just going to take a look at the American Long Range model just because it seems to be that one model that's sort of in between everything at this point. And we're just going to kind of look at this just for timing purposes, just for a general timing to see when this storm comes through. So here we are, Wednesday evening at about 6 o'clock. By midnight, we start to see some more precipitation across the Dakotas and Minnesota. Now again, when this falls will be important. Will it be all snow? Will it be rain? Will it be freezing rain? When this comes through is going to determine the type of precipitation some of you will receive. Of course, as we get into Thursday morning, 6 a.m., we got a little more rain across Minnesota and more snow into the Dakotas. By noon on Thursday, more of that moisture starts to work its way into the region. Again, where is this rain snow line going to be? Where's that freezing rain and sleet going to be? Is that actually going to occur? And then will there be a band of heavy snow on the backside of that? That all needs to be worked out. But right now, this is just kind of giving you an idea of the timing. Thursday evening, right around 6 p.m. Again, possibility of some snow on the backside. How far north will this rain make it? And where would that freezing line be between the freezing rain, snow, and all that kind of fun stuff? And then as we go into the evening hours, Thursday evening and around midnight Thursday night, early Friday morning, again, that snow starts to wrap around the backside of that system, persists into Friday morning at 6 a.m. Perhaps a good bit of snow up in the Arrowhead region Friday morning. As you get to Friday afternoon, that snow begins to taper off, but if this model were correct, we'd see an awful lot of north-northwest winds out of this as well on some of these backside areas. So even though perhaps when some of you areas might be diminishing in the amount of snow you're receiving, it looks like the winds have the potential for being there as well. And then pushing this a little longer into Friday evening, Friday around midnight, early Saturday morning, that snow begins to finally break up a bit. And as we get to Saturday morning at 6 or about 9 a.m., more of that snow begins to lighten up, but perhaps the winds are still there. So that all this needs to be kind of worked out. And just to give you a bit of an idea what I'm talking about with the variability in the models, here is Thursday at 6 a.m. So here's just the differences between 4 different models, and we'll just kind of slide these over. You can see the difference between these two and these two. And look at this one. This one really has all the precipitation south Thursday morning as compared to this one and even the American model. And then we have this other model, this last model. It's a little more general in nature as to where and how this precipitation is going to sit. But again, 4 different models, all kind of 4 different takes on what's actually going to be happening at that point. So if you want to keep up with the latest and what the latest models are saying, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below as well as the little bell button. That way you'll be notified when I've uploaded my next video. I'll make sure and do that as often as I can this week as new model data comes out. Now, one thing I like to do on Sundays is just take a look at the forecasted high temperatures throughout the week. This is provided by the National Weather Service. So for Monday, we're looking at teens up across northern parts of North Dakota, pretty much 20s elsewhere, except for southwest South Dakota. As usual, they're sitting in near 40 to low 40s. Then here's that warm up for Tuesday. Look at the banana belt down here. Look at the 60s. Pushing into southwestern portions of South Dakota. Man, ain't that nice. Even the potential of 40s into western North Dakota. But for those of us stuck in the snow, we're looking at 30s to upper 20s for high temperatures. Wednesday, again, not bad. We're looking at 50s to maybe 60 down here in the south. 40s starting to push its way into Minnesota. Unfortunately, for those in through North Dakota, or a good chunk of North Dakota, we're just going to be struggling to get near 30. And then on Thursday, the cool down once again behind this storm system that's moving through. Everybody's going to be below freezing for high temperatures. Friday, more or less more the same, where we're looking at high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s for a good portion of the region. Mid 30s down in the southwest here. But thankfully, by the weekend, it looks like we've got a bit of a warm up again. Toe of colder air here still sticking around here across portions of South Dakota and good chunk of North Dakota, where we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 20s, but elsewhere looking actually to be above freezing in the northeast and down in the southwest. So a quieter start to the week, a little bit warmer start of the week, and then we shift our focus into this next storm system coming mid to the end of the week. And that one has at least the potential for dropping a good amount of snow in through portions of our viewing area. It's just a matter of where. Could also bring rain and freezing rain. So it's got the potential for being a problematic storm. So we'll have to keep on top of it. So like I said before, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll keep you up to date. And if you don't want to do that, at least just hit the thumbs up button. That does help my channel out and helps it get recognized a little more in case people are trying to look for this type of information. So do that for me as well, would you? That would be great. All right, everybody. For Region Weather Live, I am meteorologist Brad Warner, and everybody, have a good day.